Well, let's see what creeps he can steal. That's the important thing. And going up against an Ember, if he can get like one of the Dispel creeps to get rid of the Flame Guard, it's going to be super nice to stop his impact in the laning stage. You know, the Harpy as well for the damage output. I'm a little worried this game for VP. They are at least on Dire, which I think is definitely the favored side by far throughout the meta right now. It'd be really interesting to see the pick rates with Radiant and Dire considering with the changes, but did he go Ring of Protection? He did. So Rezo's gonna switch it up. No boots this time. Let's go Janet. No boots into Tango this time. Looks like Rezo instead is going to try and tank up a little bit with the Ring of Protection. Of course, you don't have any base armor. So he's going double branches, giving him a little bit of attributes. The Ring of Protection with the 2 armor as well. I think he probably needed double Ring of Protection, honestly. But at least he's got 3 armor.
30 seconds to battle.
It's going to be rough considering, you know, let's see what Fada wants to pick up first. Wave of Terror first is nice just for your harass potential because you don't have the biggest mana pool. I mean, 279, Magic Missile is 100 mana as well, so you can't chuck out too many of them. Makes it a little difficult for the for the Venge to trade. That's why I'm much rather the Wave of Terror. 25 mana. The armor reduction just, you know, allows the right clicks. Oh no, Epi kid. Nice toss, man. How many runes do they get? Looks like Alliance are going to be able to get 3 runes as well. And now Epi's stuck up there. They're going to slowly give him the clicks. Solo, I mean, they don't have a way to cancel his TP, right? Doesn't he just TP out? Wait. Can he toss him from down there? Wait. Yeah, he's gonna TP. I guess maybe they leave him low. He's got a salve though. Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know why he didn't TP earlier. He literally just took so many right clicks. Maybe Henskin could have tossed him from where he was. I'm not sure. It's really weird with, you know, being able to hit people from the low ground and use abilities like that as well. So, but I mean, what do they force out? Looks like he's already used a Tango and a Salve as well. So, already putting a fair bit of emphasis. And Hansen's going to pull the wave. So, I do think 33's got a pretty rough matchup at this top side. I mean, I have to imagine he's going to be solo for a period of time. It looks like Hanskin's going to try and soak up some solo experience. Should be able to get level 2 off this unless solo does get some denies. But once he hits level 2, we might see him start to rotate mid. And you see, it looks like actually Save is going to start here as well, giving Limp a little bit of protection, at least, sorry, a difficult time. Because this, I feel like, is going to be a super rough Morphling matchup. It's going to be very interesting to see how the Morphling can actually fare. I mean, his attack range is incredibly low. 350 compared to the 575, so Limp's harass potential is going to be through the roof. And now there you go, Hanskin, he's got his level 2, will get scouted out however, so they know around about this positioning and coming through. And looks like Save, yeah, gonna just try and pick the body block. Hanskin, looks like unfortunately the regen will get cancelled, but Rezo, okay, so gets a courier at least mid lane. However, how do they still get a kill? What is happening? Hang on. My bad. Damn, my observing today has been really bad. I don't know how they get the kill. Literally, Rubik saw the tiny rotate over. I guess no one was just trying to get as much out of that lane as he could, but alright. Interesting stuff. And you know, we already see a lot of emphasis on that mid lane, and Limp's just bullying no one, man. He might be in a situation actually with the poison attack. Rotations coming through. They'll force him back with that adaptive strike, but not Rezo underneath the tower. That toss up on top of the creep wave. It should be enough damage, and Fada's going to be the one to get the kill.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, so 2 early kills for Alliance, and they're given once again a free farm lane to Nico, baby. He's going to have an incredible time. We saw what he could do last game with the Slark. It's going to be interesting if he goes for the same item build as well. Epi, no point in chains. It looks like 33 is level 3 though. So I'm very intrigued on if he's just going to jungle right now. Looks like he will be going for the Helm of the Dominator, however. So having a little bit of a rough time. Can't get anything out of the laning stage, it looks like. I mean, the lane's already way too far pushed out. It is going to push in. Oh, never mind. There's a range creep, it looks like. But yeah, he's just going to slowly try and farm up. Will take a while because he doesn't have that much damage output, but... And Solo knows this. This is the creep that I was talking about, actually. The Banisher to be able to dispel off the Flame Guard. I mean, it's going to be super nice to be able to play throughout that laning stage with it. Limp on the higher ground. Farda's going to rotate over. The IR pretty low, so they got to be careful with this setup. But on the backline, here comes Solo. Let's have that curse. Going to slow them down. They'll think about turning it. Solo. He's got the shield. Poison attack starting to stack up now, so he's got to be careful. And it looks like Solo tries to at least get the Corey, but won't be able to. But meanwhile, further up to the north, Hanskin. Abilities all on cooldown. Moves pretty fast, so he's already got boots and windlace. So safe underneath the tower. Will get chunked down. The Rockman able to get a solo kill. Nicely played from Hanskin. A lot of emphasis on this mid lane once again. You see these offlane heroes not having too good of a time. Looks like the lane is getting pushed in, but 33 is just completely ditched it. I'm really surprised he's not going... He might TP actually to try and get a little bit of experience, considering the supports aren't there to pull the wave. This is actually massive. You need to try and soak up as much experience as you can throughout the lane, but nice telekinesis. Solo does have that orb, but it looks like the silence stacks are going to dispel. Or at least get taken away, I should say. So 33 is just going to farm up in the jungle. Meanwhile, mid, no one. Poison attack will be enough. Limp's already got 3 points in it. So once again, I mean, here's that matchup, man. They give Morphling such a rough lane. Limp's going to go for a TP up, but there's no way to cancel it. Free trip back to the well. And instead, they'll give Hanskin some experience up top. So we've had a lot of rotations to the mid lane. 33's having... He's doing alright. Level 4. What's the Doom's level? He's level 4 as well, so just hits it. Both cores are farming up incredibly well. Epic Kid, 46 and 15. This is the issue with the Chen. It feels like you're such a weak laner, though, and they are forcing a lot of rotations mid, so... there's actually not a lot 33 can do, but at least he's still getting a fair bit out of the jungle. Wonder if it takes over the Alpha Wolf, and he will. Okay. Gonna make sure it doesn't get killed, but... What was the support from Farda last game? I can't remember. I need to check. It was a CM. Okay. Nico. Level 6 already. Once again, he's gone for the 2-1-2 build. So I guess just early points in the essence just to have the trade potential throughout the laning stage. And now I'm maxing out the dark pack for that farming speed. Just because the Doom's not really laning, so you don't need the essence shift maxed out. But he's having a great time. We'll go straight back for the drums into that diffusal blade. I have to imagine diffusal blade. We saw the Ags last game as well. It just felt so nice on him. The mobility you have, the catch potential. What's Rezo gonna get? Conqueror. Imagine it will take it. Oh, Ocean Heart. Ooh. It's pretty nice. Give you a little bit of attributes. Maybe give it to one of the support heroes that have been roaming, but it looks like no one's forced back to the jungle. The good thing is, he's got the Morbid Mask, so Morphling is able to reasonably farm up in the jungle okay. With the amount of high damage you have and high attack speed, you can sustain just thanks to the Morbid Mask. And yeah, you see, he's able to do reasonably well. Of course, it's not the same farm as that mid lane matchup, of course. The jungle just doesn't give you as much gold or experience, so... You see now 33 as well, still, level 5. Neck and neck with the Doom, so it feels like both the offlaners are getting a little bit more that they were than the last game, but... Uh-oh, Rezo. Pounce will be off the mark. Just trying to get a little bit of essence, it looks like. So Epic Kid is having a great time, though. Something that... I knew this mid matchup was going to be really bad. The Morphling into the Viper. So they give a lot of priority on Epi, which they did last game as well. Let's see if he can have a better performance. Looks like his gloves are haste, so maybe drums. I was gonna say he might go Battle Fury this game, potentially through the Courier micro. Oh, it hurts. Rezo, I mean, you could just kill Fada. I don't think you want to be there, Mr. Fada. Was trying to deny it. I mean, how long does he use Scorch? It's about to be on cooldown top lane. Oh, they find Epi. Does he have the Remnant Halver? Conqueror, stun. Will be off the mark in our Radiant. They're going to dip. Dude, Epi's a really high level. He went for a 0-4-4 build, so this slide's taking him down, and they're going to continue the chase. 33 needs to use the Conquerors to try and defend himself, but it looks like with the triple Remnant on the high ground, they got the Hand of God. Save Bull ends up falling, so a 1-for-1 in the meantime, but they've got the lockdown. Epi's used all his remnants. Handskin. Avalanche Toss is going to be up surely. Can he disengage? It looks like he can. What is this? That's such a weird mango tree. I mean, I feel like... Aren't you just wasting the mango tree? Dude, Handskin was waiting for it. Nice. But the mangoes, no, not the free mangoes. What? Doom getting gone on by Nico, baby. War Stomp. Gonna get dispelled straight away. Nico will be fine. Now they're on the hunt for some more. He's already got a fair bit of essence after that. Pounce is on cooldown. Fada's got the lockdown to try and close distance, but it looks like save. Once again, the telekinesis. What are they doing with the stuns? Instant dispels. Rezo's got the ultimate. Nico will be able to disengage. Epi's going to join them as well. Got the drums already completing a massive fight down bot. Nico, baby, able to get the ultimate off. Little bit of mana to work around with. He's got to be careful. Looks like now it's time for them to disengage. Doom out on the Viper. Where's the catch potential? Looks like no one with the waveform on the higher ground. Nice start to the fight. Got to be careful because he's already waveformed into the middle of it. Also, he's committed to the fight on the Morphling. Think about turning. Nico, little bit of mana still. Has the pounce. No one's got to be careful. Looks like they're going to be fine. They'll commit for the outpost down, but... Unfortunately, Epi. It's going to get found. Low on mana. He's got the bottle. Okay. This fight's going for ages. So I have to imagine Epi goes Maelstrom next. I mean, I thought there might be a chance he goes straight Battle Fury, but I feel like it's got to be that Maelstrom. Do they have the controller, however? Toss into the pounce. Nice swap, but it's not enough to keep him alive. And now Epi... A lot of bit damage as well. They're going to be careful on Alliance. Swap. I thought it brought back the Ember Spirit actually, but nuts, dude. He's just, oh my lord. Epi's level 9, so the Sleight of Fist is just spamming it out, man. Radiant getting chunked down. So much emphasis on this lane, and in the meantime, no one's still a higher net worth than the Viper somehow. I mean, he's getting right-clicked. He's got to be careful, but I guess with the sustain, he's going to be fine. So the Morphling had a lot better of a matchup than I thought he would. Well, I guess the fact that he's just... The hero's able to fall back to the jungle, like double Wraith Band with Morbid Mask, you are able to sustain throughout that jungle, and he's going to go straight into the E-Blade. This is going to be a really interesting choice. I mean, great at being able to kite out the Slark so we can't get the right clicks. Not a lot of magic damage from Radiant either. It's mainly the Viper and the Tiny combination.
Dire's middle tower is under
But I want to see them put emphasis top, and it looks like they will. Slark's going to TP up there. 33's already got the creep wave set up. So they're going to trade tower for tower, but this is important. Radiant not defending the safe lane tower, and if they can slowly start to lose this area of the map, it's a lot of their farming potential. Epi micro Maelstrom into Deso potentially. He's already got that Blightstone. They do trade towers, but I still think Alliance have a really high tempo lineup with the Chen, the Venge. We're going to see them put a lot of emphasis onto these towers early, but save caught out in the river. Does get the toss up. A little bit of space for them, and it looks like it allows no one to close the distance to get that stun to cancel the TP. Nice. I mean, just being able to steal the toss before he dies, but they're still going to try and put pressure mid. 33. What's he got? He's already got the Helm Dom going into the Vlad's next, so a lot of sustained curry up. Dude, what did they... I don't get it. I don't get it. This patch is just a courier massacre. It hurts me. As a courier lover, it pains me to see so many of them just end up getting obliterated. But this is the issue that I see with Dire's lineup. It's the fact that once Radiant start pushing down towers, they don't have the sustain, they don't have the wave clear as well to deal with the Chen. You know, maybe once Epi does get a Maelstrom, but let's hope he's able to get it fast enough, because I think Radiant, their timing's, it's coming around the corner really fast. The good thing is Epi is top of the net worth, and you know, had a really good laning stage, was able to transition it into the mid game as well. They do have the Rubik, which is a pretty good matchup versus the Viper. You know, all the abilities feel nuts to steal. Whether that be the Nether Toxin to defend your waves, the Viper Strike, but Dire hanging around it with this old bottom shrine area, trying to at least take a little bit of farm away from the Alliance side. So now Save's only level 6, but he does have a lot of D push. Nether Toxin level 2 with a point up in the Arcane Supremacy, so he's got a great way to defend the towers now. It was previously only really the Rubik and maybe the Ember with slight Maelstrom, but now that the fact that Save's able to steal the Nether Toxin and defend these bases is going to be super important for them. But Rezo's going to get caught out down bot. Can they catch him on the backline? Nice! Devour. Rezo gives him a little bit of protection. Penitence will slow him up. They've got the root coming through as well, and it looks like even though the Doom's incredibly tanky, a couple of rotations to the outpost, but it's just not there in time. Solo, they might think about turning, however. No one's going to join the fight. It looks like they don't have Epic Kid, however, with the Nether Toxin on the ground. They get the Hand of God. Handskin fall incredibly low. They're splitting up a lot of the damage, and it looks like now they find the Abaddon. No one stuck in the trees. He's going to be careful. They got the stun. Fada would drop. Limp's going to show up to the fight now as well and save. He's just going to get brought down. Just so much sustain, and no one's going to be careful. They'll toss forward Limp. They got so many slows coming through. Do they have the follow-up route, however? Waveform ready and available, but looks like Handskin up to the north, predicting where that waveform's going to go. Nice fight from Alliance, man. We do see, though, Nico Baby force out the ultimate. What have we here? 2,000 gold net worth lead, however, for Radiant. Dire still just making space for Epi, which we spoke about. I mean, with this last pick, Ember Spirit, he's going to be the hero to do it this game for them. You know, it felt like last game it was the Morphling. It's going to be the same this game as well. The fact that they're giving a lot of emphasis to the Ember's farm. Once he gets Maelstrom, of course, his split push potential is going to be through the roof. Well, not only does it increase his farming speed, allowing him to push out the map a lot more, but also just the protection of the towers. They don't have the greatest catch right now on Alliance. Maybe a swap set up into like a Conqueror stun, but it's just they don't have the instant stun that Dire have with the telekinesis, so it's going to be really difficult to catch the Epic Kid Ember. Both teams, they're going to smoke up, wrapping behind the T1, T2 tower. 33 pings it. You know, the couple of the creeps. Smoke did pop, and look at the emphasis on these wards. Behind T2, in between T1 and T2 as well. Also on the higher ground, man. They got a triangle set up in this area. They want to put heavy emphasis, but it looks like Radiant, they're going to try and Roche. Scan instantly. I mean, they're not defending mid, so they're going to come over for this. Rezo still has the ultimate. Looks like Epi scouting out with the Maelstrom now. Damage output's going to be greatly increased. Viper does have the Dragon Lance. Looks like Pike potentially coming out in the Courier. Oh, wowee. And Nico's going same items, no surprise. Drums, Diffusal into the Lincolns. We saw it last game to deal with the Doom. The lockdown as well from the telekinesis is going to feel super nice, but Epi will get caught. They steal the stun from Save, the magic missile with the lockdown, so it looks like Fada's going to pay the price, but Nico on the backline. He'll find Save. A lot of the damage coming through from that Rubik as well. Now Doom's going to get caught out as well. Isn't able to get the ultimate off, doesn't have buyback, and no one's caught out. We'll be able to waveform back to the base, but it looks like Radiant. Just so much sustain, and Nico's not done just yet with the Diffuser Blade. They're going to think about closing the distance. doesn't have the ultimate. He's got to be careful with the avalanche. Going to hold him in place. Solo now. Just going to right click him down. They got the hand of God, so there's no turn potential. Triple kill for Nico, and now they'll go back to Roche. 5 perma Agi. 3,000 gold net worth lead for Alliance, and this really feels like the turn potential where it's coming through now. You know, VP we're looking decent. We're looking decent, but now massive advantage for Radiant. Oh, who do they find as well? No one. Waveform down. Ghost Scepter's not really going to do a whole lot. Increases that magic damage, so he's going to be careful. Has the strength morph. He's going to turn it back around, and with Doom on the higher ground, it looks like they've overstepped the mark. Nice swap away, but he's still going to tick out unless they can get the deny. But it looks like Nico is going to show up to the fight. A lot of magic damage. No one with that replicate. Does he tick out? 33's got the sustain. Uh-oh. Oh, they get the deny. Nice. Epi tried to snipe him. Denied the last second. 33 almost have the sustain. The Helm Dom, the Vlads with the Divine Favor. But you see now, Nico's already got 2,300 gold in the back. In the backpack, the good old bank. And they're going to try and find Rezo down bot. No vision. Handskin with the blink already. They'll toss him straight back to the Slark. And more perma Agi. Oh no. This game starting to get out of control for Dire. Epi. How can he turn this around? They're going to get on top of him. The Slight, can he even get it off in time? He's got the Remnant. Wow. Almost gonna control, man. 33 just needs one more Conqueror potentially. That Penitence as well, we spoke about last game. No one's gonna get found. Nico with the slow, has the waveform still. But Radiant, they're closing the distance. He's already used the waveform, and now Nico's got the movement speed to gap close, but it looks like a couple of rotations. Still gonna stay on the higher ground. He's got a fair bit of essence to work with after that bot kill onto Doom, and now it looks like Rezo is going to die once again. More perma Agi. Rezo. Another death in a row, and bot's already getting pushed in by 33. They'll continue their aggression onto the towers. Hanskin's trying to bait this bottom outpost as well. We spoke about last game that Slarks really like having a bunch of attack speed, and you know, we got it last game from the Legion Commander press the attack, the Solar Crest as well. He's going to get it this game with the Penitence. 120 bonus attack speed on whatever target.
Dire's middle tower is under
One thing to mention though, Morphling is a decent hero versus the Viper. So is of course the Rubik as well. Just being able to steal the Nether Toxin, of course. The fact that you can chuck this ability down, it's going to be able to break the passive, so Limp, of course, won't have that corrosive skin with how tanky he is. Uh-oh, inside the base. Solo doesn't have the ultimate. Nico's just running all over them right now, and this really feels what... This is just the Alliance draft, man. They fully prioritize Nico's farm. Top of the net worth, 504. He carried them last game, and it's looking like he's going to be able to carry them this game as well. Incredible performance by them, and they might be able to find Epi on the high ground. They're going to smoke up. They are lacking just a little bit of control for Epi. I imagine we'll see Slark potentially go for the Aghanims after the Lincolns. The Dragon Scale, okay. That's pretty nice ability into, you know, with the Sleight of Fist. They're just going to try and put pressure on the T1 tower down, but Alliance, very methodical gameplay. Well, the top towers, mid towers have been taken. They're going to go bot and try and get the last remaining outer towers. Chen's also going for a mech next as well, so just full utility. Nice blink away. Hanskin scouts out the smoke. They're going to sit on the high ground. Make sure there's no vision in the area. Radiant, they will drop one, but Nico hot on the tail. Who can he find? Uh-oh, Solo once again dispels the diffusal. Limp able to get the poison attack, however, Nico baby right on top of the Adapodon. Hanskin off to the side as well. They just can't get the Doom out. Rezo's going to be careful. Toss back into the middle of it all. Nico started to stack up the essence. They got to be careful. They obliterate him though. No one with the shotgun build. Doom's out on the back line as well. 33 is going to join them. Hanskin, nice avalanche. Toss a lot of AoE damage. They're going to all die. No one's down. They find Epi is... Can he survive? Looks like he's running away. Save. Uh-oh. Up to the north. Hanskin's got the follow-up. Avalanche toss back once again. More perma agi. Just the entire team fight. Where is the Slark? How many is that now? 9 perma agi for Nico. So they did lose the Aegis, unfortunately. Fuck.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So it's not going to be that fast of a siege, considering Nico unfortunately died throughout the middle of the fight, so losing that agi, but still they'll work up top. The lanes are looking really good right now for Alliance, and I mean, how are they going to hold? It's really up to Epi Kid at the moment, but he's got no mana to work around with. And looks like he's just going to run back to base. Epi? Okay, so they're just going to lose a full lane of Rax, and they might go mid as well. Limp setting up. Has that level 15 talent. Kind of set up for a bait here, potentially. Taking a lot of damage. Nice swap away, but looks like Epi's going to be fine. Still... Oh, wait, what? Damn, I swear Solo was a lot more... Dude, I don't know what just did all that damage. Maybe it was a tree, but... You hate to see it. No, I mean, now Slark might just dive for him. Without that ultimate, I mean, Nico doesn't even care about the ulti though. You just keep right-clicking him to steal the essence, and with a 14,000 gold net worth lead right now on Radiant, 97 win probability. We're gonna find no one as well. Stuck on the high ground. He's got the waveform, but with the slows, they're just gonna kite him out. Nico should have the follow-up. He doesn't even make it over the trees as well. More perm agi. No one's gonna drop down to full agi just so Nico can't steal as much. Nice. I mean, at least he's thinking about the team. He's still thinking, even though he's getting picked off like that. Rezo. Oh, it's gonna get found. Devours on cooldown 33. As the stunts, look how fast he attacks with the penitence, and Rezo's just gonna drop the Alpha Wolf to help with the damage. Tips are gonna fly through. Rezo tips 33 as well. Going back to the morph thing, I mean, just if he goes full strength morph to try and survive, his nose is still going to get killed. It just allows Nico to steal more agi, so it's the little things. I mean, nothing's going to happen with it. Epi on the high ground, we'll be fine. Once Nico gets ags, his catch potential on the Ember Spirit's going to be really nice. I mean, he might have enough to bring him down because he can't remnant out, of course, of the root. Wait, what? Tiny's got a Sunjin Yasha? Hanskin's so farmed. 4, 2, and 15. Holy crap. Hanskin's now like a core. This is nuts. Save does still Nether Toxin. So the defense potential on the high ground is a little bit increased, but the base is getting pushed in. Buffer building slowly getting destroyed. Definitely something you want to deal with. Of course, these are just protecting your tier 4 towers, but... Radiant. Oh, they got the dude, this is nuts on Limp. What the... This guy's attack range is fucking high as. He's got, what is it, 125 from the Vengeance Aura. He's also got 150 from the Telescope. He's got then a bonus from the Hurricane Pike. Oh, wait, from the high ground. They're going to find a bench, but they can't bring him down. There's just so much sustain on Radiant. Rubik's going to end up dropping off to the side as well. Ember's going to get caught out. Nice Sensor, a Conqueror Stomp. Epi will be fine, but it looks like they turn their attention off to Rezo now, and Solo stuck inside Roche. More essence for Nico. Looks like he won't be able to right-click him through the ultimate. Fada's just body blocking him up. Godlike spree once again, Nico. 2 games in a row in VP. They might just tap out, honestly. What can they do to defend it? No one's going to try and obliterate the Tiny, but he won't be able to. Now force up on the backline. They've got the slows. No one's in a pretty tricky situation with the Conqueror Stomps. They're going to be able to bring him down, and now they'll also find another one. Rezo, any save potential, still has the ultimate, but it doesn't matter. VP, they get dumpstered. 2 games in a row, just nothing they can do. I don't know how they don't ban the Slark when they open up the same identical thing. Alliance, a clean 2-0 with Virtus Pro, and their draft was just...